Hi. People are always worried about spyware and malware on their PC. One of the things I don't think they realize is their cell phone is just a giant pool of spyware. Last night I was out in the woods and I had my flashlight program on. And my flashlight program, every single one of these applications is sending information that's from your phone out to whoever wrote it. So I was checking my bandwidth. I'm on an Android, so I can run my finger down from the top. Then I'm going to run click the little gear icon, go into settings. Then I'm going to click the mobile data. And then this shows me my mobile data for the last basically day or so. And if I look, email's using up the most, which is understandable. So I got email, Chrome, Ring Central, Google, WeatherBug, all things that I'm familiar with, Maps, and look at this, the flashlight right here sent 6.3 megabytes of data somewhere. A flashlight should not send any data anywhere. So if we click on it, we can see that it's sending data in the background and in the foreground. So as I'm running the program, it sends it in the foreground. So when I'm running the flashlight, it sends 5.9 meg, probably to the guy in China who wrote it, and it sends 430K in the background. So even if it's not running, it's sending information somewhere. So I can restrict the data that it sends here, but that doesn't really help me out too much, because if I restrict it, if it can connect to Wi-Fi, it'll still send the data. So perfect example of spyware, malware. It's sending information from your computer out on the internet. And if I wasn't using it for a couple of hours last night, actually it wasn't a couple of hours, I probably used it for maybe, the battery didn't even get down to half, so I probably used it for about 15 or 20 minutes turning it on and off. So just things to be aware of, check to see what applications are using your data. And if you agree, here's podcasts. I haven't run this program in probably 5 or 10 months, so it's downloading 4 meg even when I don't think it's running. Twitter, I haven't used Twitter. It's downloading information when it's not running. YouTube I have used. T-Mobile, Google Apps. IMDb I use. Hootsuite I almost never use. In the last week, it's downloaded a meg of data to somebody. Google Plus, almost never use that. That's almost a mega data. Hangouts, LinkedIn, messaging. I use messaging a lot, and messaging's only done 300K of data. Misfit I use a lot. MyFitnessPal, haven't used it in a while, but it's downloading 100K of data. So whatever the applications are that you're running, it's downloading data in the background without your knowledge to whoever wrote the software. So usually what I do is I'll only download the app that was written by Google, in this case, the Gmail app that's written by Google, the Chrome app that's written by Google. So at least it's relatively safe. But flashlight programs, there are 100 of them, and you never really know who to trust. I mean, this is a nice flashlight program, but God only knows what data it's sending. So anyways, just be careful and be aware that basically your cell phone is just all spyware.